In this video, I will talk about irrational number, and this one is for grade 8 checkpoint. Integer. The example of integer would be -3, 7. These two numbers can be also called as a whole number, and whole numbers basically is the definition of integer. But whole number is not the only number that you can use in calculation. There is decimal, fraction. So, I think we need to know another type of numbers that covers whole number, fraction, decimal. We go to the rational. The definition of rational will be numbers that can be converted into a fractions. Integer. The example of integer will be 9. 9 can be converted into a fraction. Yes, 9/1. All integers can be converted into a fraction. Integer, rational, fraction. Of course, fraction will be rational. 3/1/2, 3/4, and 21/10. How about the decimals? Only decimals that come from a fraction, or only decimals that can be converted into a fraction, that can be called as a rational number. So we need to understand the two characteristics of decimal that can be categorized as a rational. The two characteristics, okay? 3/4 will give you 0.75. 1/3 will give you 0.33, and so on. And then 20/99 will give you 0.2020, and so on. Okay, the first characteristic comes from 3/4, 0.75. When you have a terminated decimal, then that one is called as a rational number. And the last two decimals, 0.33 and 0.2020. They are non-terminated decimal, but they are still called as a rational number. Why? Look on the on the digit behind the dot. There is a pattern. 0.33, 3 is being used repeatedly forever and ever. And 0.2020, the 20 is being used repeatedly forever and ever. So when there is a pattern that is used repeatedly forever and ever, that one is called as a rational. Is there any special name for this? Yes, there is. It's called as a recurring decimal. Nah, all of this number is categorized as rational. How about the numbers that is not included in the rational? Oh, the name is still rational? No, the name is a not rational number. The name will be irrational number for the opposite rational. The example can be 1.3151237, and so on. A non-terminated and a non-recurring decimal. The value of y is irrational because the result is like 3.141, and so on. A non-terminated and recurring decimal. The other one will be like this, using the root sign like this. The fifth root of 7, the cube root of 5, the square root of 2. When you calculate this using the calculator, it will give you an irrational number. But since these three numbers use the root sign, then we can call it as a surd. So all the root number that give you an irrational number, they can be called as a surd. Exercise time. And circle the rational numbers in this list. Square root of 9 will give you 3. Integer. 2, 1 over 7 mixed fraction. 2 over 3 is a fraction. 12.343434 recurring decimal is a rational. Square root of 13 in the calculator, it will give you irrational number, so skip that. Negative square root of 1.69. If you do have this kind of questions, the one that you need to do first is the square root of 1.69. In the calculator, you will get 1.3. And then after that, you negative the 1.3. It becomes negative 1.3. And 1.3, negative 1.3 is actually a what? A terminated decimal. So that one will be a rational number. Write either surd or integer to its number below. Square root of 4 will give you 2, so that one will be integer. The cube root of 4 will give you an irrational number. Since this one using the root symbol, then this one is called as a surd. And then square root of 8, it will give you an irrational number. And since root sign is being used in this number, so this one is called as a surd. And then cube root of 8 will give you 2, so this one will be integer. Square root of 16 will give you 4, so this one will be integer. And cube root of 16 will give you an irrational number. And since the root symbol is being used, so this one is called as a surd. Summary: integer is whole number, rational, all numbers that can be converted into a fraction other than that is called as a irrational number, and surd will be in the irrational number. That's all, and bye.